Okay guys, I am back and I'm bringing you a seasonal dish that is so much fun. This is my easy one-pot Halloween goulash recipe. I have so much to tell you about this dish, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is take half of an onion and finely dice that to get it ready to go into our skillet with some avocado oil. Now, if you're not familiar with goulash and it sounds kind of odd, just stick with me. It is originally a dish that comes from Hungary, and it's a national treasure there, traditionally made with beef and onions, sweet paprika, and sometimes potatoes or carrots. It's then slow cooked. It's this intense and flavorful stew. Just think of it as a Southern comfort food for Hungarian people with a rich heritage. And it's meant to be simmered for hours, developing layers of flavor all day long. Now, American goulash, which is what we're making here, is a quicker, more casual dish. And sometimes in the northeast part of our country, it's called American chop suey. But we don't do that down here in the South. This version, the American version, usually uses ground meat, like ground beef. And because I live in Louisiana and we are hunters, or my husband's a hunter, we are going to substitute that beef for venison or deer. After sauteing my onions and letting them get translucent, then I added some garlic powder and I'm going to move that around the pan so that it doesn't burn. Once that's incorporated and it smells fragrant, I'm going to add my 2 pounds of ground deer meat. Now, let's get back to talking about the history of goulash. So the American version uses ground beef, whereas the Hungarian version uses chunks of beef. Think of it like a big hearty beef stew. And whereas they throw in potatoes or carrots sometimes, the American version throws in good old elbow macaroni. And the sauce for us is tomato based. If I had to give you something to compare it to, but don't think poorly of this example, I would say Hamburger Helper. But this is like 10 million times better because it's homemade from beginning to end. It's made from scratch and the flavors are great. So don't throw it out the window just because I said it reminds you of Hamburger Helper. And in case you're wondering, after we browned our meat, we added some seasonings. We added Worcestershire sauce, some Tony's Cajun seasoning, Italian seasoning, black pepper, paprika. Then we added our wet ingredients, some tomato sauce, some diced tomatoes. I like to use Rotel, and some beef broth. We're just going to bring this to a boil, let it do its thing before we get ready to add our pasta. Normally this would be elbow macaroni, but look at this cute pasta I found at TJ Maxx. It's Halloween shaped. There's pumpkins, ghosts, and bats, and it's different colors. I could not pass up the opportunity to make a dish for the month of October that had Halloween shaped pasta. And here we are, Halloween goulash. We're going to let that simmer and cook and let that pasta absorb all of those seasonings, that sauce, and all of that flavor. Once the pasta is done, or even to al dente if you prefer, we're going to add in our cheddar cheese, stir it in, and this is going to make your sauce rich and creamy. Okay, it's delicious, but one of the best things about this dish is how quick it is. It's an easy goulash recipe that from start to finish might take 30 minutes, and there's only one pot to clean. The flavors are even better the next day, so leftovers are a bonus rather than a burden. I'm telling you, this is the way to go for these busy weeknights this fall. Whether you're a longtime goulash fan looking for something to make it fun and interesting for Halloween, or if you're discovering it for the first time, this easy one-pot Halloween goulash is a keeper. As always, get the full details, recipe, and more on the blog. The link is in my bio. You have to make this one, guys. I'm telling you, you absolutely have to.